So you are thinking of creating your own app. In this video, I will be showing you my process of creating an app from an idea to getting the first few users. Hi, I'm Elvin, I'm based in Malta and I have been developing apps for the last 12 years. One app after the other, I created over 50 apps. Some apps were a success, gaining over 3 million users, and others were a total failure, gaining only 1 user, and that was probably me. Whenever I'm starting a new app idea, I like to first validate my idea before starting any coding, and there are 2 simple ways to do this. The easiest way is to open up Google Play or the App Store on your computer and search for the keywords related to your idea. Using this strategy, you can see what people look for, and if you tap on the suggestion, you can quickly see what apps are solving that particular problem. Because there are 2 variables that affect how popular your app will be on Google Play and how many people will get to see it. The first one is popularity, of course, so that is how many people search for that particular keyword. And the second one is difficulty, and that is how difficult it is for your app to rank high for that particular keyword that people are searching for. Using this simple strategy of searching on Google Play or the App Store, you can quickly see these 2 variables at play. But this used to be very easy in the past where there weren't many apps on the App Store, Google Play, but recently this got really hard because obviously the stores are full of apps now, and if you search for a particular keyword you see like 200 or more apps, so now it's very difficult to see which app sort of has like the highest ranking, because there are other variables at play now, like how many times the developers update their app and so on. So now you need more specialized tools to do this analysis. There are several tools on the market like Sensor Tower or App Radar, but I recently found this new one which is very good as well and it's cheaper. When I'm using these tools, I like to sort by popularity and then by difficulty to see how my idea is ranking and like if I have a chance to rank for the particular idea. Once I'm confident that my idea has a chance on the App Store or Google Play, I start sketching the wireframes. Wireframes are simple sketches of an app that you can draw on a paper without going to details like colors or graphics. This process usually takes a few hours and it allows me to quickly iterate my idea. When I'm happy with my wireframes, I usually also design the database on a piece of paper, and I also list the top API calls, and this allows me to quickly visualize how complex my server will be before actually starting. The second step of the design is prototyping your app. If you are an engineer like me, you would see this step as extra because it involves drawing your app with colors and graphics, and us engineers tend to prefer coding and getting like the idea like immediately into the code. But trust me, if you don't do this step, you will regret it later because you'll have to do your app all over again to fix the app and make it more of a unified design. I get my inspiration from sites like Behance or Dribble, and I also tend to get my ideas from top apps that I use daily on my phone. Once the design is perfect, I usually show it to my wife and to people who might use it, and there are always flaws with the design that would have taken days or even weeks to fix if this design step is skipped. Once I'm happy with the design, I start coding. Most people like to start coding from the app side, but for some reason I like to start coding from the server side just to get it out of the way. For my server, I like to keep a similar stack for most of my apps so that I can quickly update them and maintain all of them when the need comes. I use the Laravel framework, which allows me to quickly build my server side in a more standardized way and have things like sending of emails, database management, user authentication, routing, and lots of other features pre-done. Since the app is not done yet, I usually also use the Postman app to test API requests without having to connect the app to the server. If I'm creating a small app, this step takes me from 2 to 5 days, but if the app depends a lot more on the server side, or if for example, there are admin dashboards and so on, this step can take a lot longer. Finally, when the design and the server side are done, we can start coding our app. For my app, I like to code natively in Android Studio or Xcode. Before starting to code the app, we need to choose a design pattern. A design pattern is sort of a way of coding the app, so how you sort your files, how you put your code into files. For my apps, I like to use clean architecture as designed by Uncle Bob. You can see his video here. Starting a new project is my favorite part. I like the feeling when you start dragging in code from a previous project that you have done and you can use them in this new project. It feels like the app will be finished in one day, but everything slows down when you encounter that bug that stops you for 2 days. You think it will take you like 2 minutes, but it takes you 2 or more days. You search all the internet, you look through Google, you type your question to ChatGPT in like 100 different ways and nothing, you find nothing, and you have to start that piece of code over again. You search through GitHub to find sort of the source code of the libraries that you're using and you find nothing. You usually have to do a workaround and this takes days. But the freedom that you feel after you finally fix the bug is worth to the days of frustration and you can finally get back to your code. When the app is done, I usually give my phone to someone. This allows me to sort of test the app before I actually upload it to the App Store or Google Play and to fix the obvious bugs without having to go through the upload process. When I am uploading my app to the App Store or Google Play, I usually have a small checklist that I check before uploading the app. This allows me to try to pass from the first review. The review team more or less always checks the same issues. So if you have done 50 apps, you get the hang of things and you know which issues they usually look for in the app. So it's mostly related to billing. And if there's like a crash when they open the app, or maybe you don't give them an information that they need to review the app. And when that's all over, your app is on Google Play or the App Store. But the journey doesn't end here. The next step is to promote your app and to get your app in the hands of your users. At this stage, I typically create a landing page. I start creating the social media accounts to connect to the app. And I also start laying the groundwork for marketing. With all that said, I think now we have a very good idea of what it takes to develop an app and to take it from an idea to the App Store. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I will be making more videos related to app development in the future, and good luck with your journey.